been asked to tell you a little bit about the situation in Catalonia right now with the whole independence process. This person is Socrates, and he said, "I am not an Athenian or a Greek, I am a citizen of the world." And a lot of people claim that they are citizens of the world. This is a very privileged statement, because to be a citizen of the world, first of all, you need to be a citizen. Okay, this is like a marble statue, so it's obvious that it should be white, but Socrates was a very white male from Athens. He was very privileged because he was a citizen, and that meant that he had every right that women and slaves didn't have, for example, the right to vote. Women have not been able to vote till very recently, so it's not that he was born ages ago, it's that we're still there somehow. So him being a real citizen, not like the rest of us who couldn't be real citizens there, he could claim that he was a citizen of the world, which is something that I wouldn't be able to claim back then, and I'm not very sure I can claim it right now. This other wonderful person is Ignacio Wert. He was Minister of Culture and Education of the former government. His party is still in power in Spain. And one of the famous sentences that he said was, "We have to make Catalan children more Spanish." One of the ways that he intended to do that was forbidding Catalan from being taught in schools, in public schools, because in private schools it's not taught in a lot of them. So in public schools he thought that Catalan children would be more Spanish if they couldn't learn their own language. So another privileged person. I think this sentence makes very clear how some people try to use the word nationalist as something that's very bad and right-wing and whatever. But this guy is a Spanish nationalist, and they pretend that only the ones who want independence are, but it's two nations, so I mean. So the situation, it's a very hard fight against culture, so culture against the state and the state against culture, in a way. This is the logo of Instituto Cervantes. According to the Spanish constitution, the state should promote and take care of and export all languages in Spain. We have the main languages are Spanish, Galician, Catalan and Basque, and we also have lesser spoken languages like Occitan and Aranese and Bable. So we have also little Roman languages that not a lot of people speak. If you look at it, you can see, if you have ever studied Spanish, there's one letter that exists in the Spanish alphabet, and it doesn't exist in Basque, Catalan or Aranese or anything, and it's the ñ. And they decided to use this ñ as the symbol of Instituto Cervantes. And this is not something random. This explains a lot about the spirit of Instituto Cervantes. I am a writer and I write in Catalan, and unfortunately that has become like a political choice. Not only because it's my language and the language that I can better write at, but also because the country that I am supposed to belong to is not inviting Catalan writers abroad ever. So when they invite Catalan writers, they invite writers who write in Spanish. And then we have the whole demonstration thing. We have made a habit of demonstrating in the streets very widely. The first big demonstration gathered 2 million people in Barcelona in the year 2012. I think that was the biggest, or maybe 2010. I'm not sure, because we have one every year, so, and they are always big. And they have become a way of saying we want to vote, we want a referendum like the Scots had. But they also have become, I think, my idea is that they have become cultural events. And we have concerts, we have literature and through speeches and poetry readings and whatever. And this is the castle, the human castle thing, the human tower thing, that I always show because it's very spectacular if you ever have the chance to go to this thing. Basically people get on top of each other and build towers, very, very, very high towers of up to 10 people, one on top of each other. So basically, the right to be oneself, whoever that is, in a respectful community, is the motor, can you say that? The motor of the fight for independence in Catalonia right now. So most people wouldn't want to have to fight for independence, and we would be very happy to remain Spanish if we had the right to be ourselves, which is not the case right now.